also says, Mr. Perlas, the tough questions are coming in, but let me get to know you first.
Yeah.
It says here that you are also instrumental in banning poisonous and dangerous pesticides that affect farmers.
Yes.
But these still go on, right?
Yeah, there's still pesticides going on.
Like the
aerial spraying.
Aerial spray. They were having a protest on that in Bukidnon, I believe, or Davao.
Davao.
So tell us about this. What is this claim about that you're instrumental in banning poisonous and dangerous pesticides that affect farmers?
Yeah, there were 32 pesticide formulations that were actually banned in Germany, in Switzerland, and the United States.
And we use it here?
And they dumped it in here.
Holy.
And so when we found out about that, and we showed the proof that this was really deleterious to the health, it was a massive campaign because the pesticide companies here lost several billions of pesos every year because of the ban. And they were affected.
So the ban, I'm sorry, I need to interrupt. The ban was declared by then President Corazon Aquino, or which president?
Department,
the DAR under who?
The Secretary of Agriculture, Bacani.
Under
Bacani.
Which administration?
I think the still Cory Aquino.
Oh, it's still Cory Aquino. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. This is a stupid question because I'm not agriculturally well-read. How do I say this? When they use poisonous and dangerous pesticides that kill the pests, when it affects the health of the farmers, doesn't it directly affect the plant, like the rice thing? What do you call it? But doesn't it follow?
Yes. For example, just to take the example of the area spraying in Davao.
In Davao, which is ongoing till now, but very much protested.
It's a controversy. You know, the statistics are showing that most of those pesticides don't really hit the pest. Most of them are just flowing to the waters, into the houses, and so on, or polluting the rivers and the streams and people's houses.
Most of it?
Yeah.
Why they don't? What, did they have a nearsighted pilot? Why doesn't it hit the?
The problem with aerial spraying is that it's
may hangin
siya, may mga drift, may wind factor, you cannot control it. And besides, gang, the problem is that these pesticides create super pests.
What
because
do you mean?
We
have so many of those in Congress. They should spray there.
Right. So you know what happens, let's say you have a pesticide, a toxic pesticide, it kills off 90-95%, let's say.
Okay, but?
The 5% that's remaining, they multiply next time you spray.
And they're immune.
Yes, after a few generations, there is a cockroach at the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
I love the way you say it. There's a cockroach in the U.S. Department of Agriculture. That's what?
It's called a super roach because
it survives anything.
It survives on 100% DDT diet.
Are you kidding me?
Most toxic pesticide, one of the world's most toxic, is the food, is the super roach because it has developed resistance.
Oh, it did not just develop resistance. It also made it its sustenance.
Yeah.
It's sustained by DDT.
Yeah, that's now its food.
Wow.
There was this documentary, it's called the Hellstrom Chronicle, about the nuclear bombs that were dropped in Santa Fe and Albuquerque, and New Mexico anyway. 20 years later, they go back. The only things that are alive there are insects. They had high radioactivity, but they were alive. We have a losing battle against pests. The best way to control them is to have other insects eat them.
I have a question.
Sure.
There are natural ways to control these pests?
Exactly. Yeah.
But why do we not use that? Because they're not as fast?
There's no money to be made. So you don't need, if you start developing this, you don't need the pesticide companies.
They don't need these big names.
Yes.
And who are these big names? Can you name them? No, but...
Yeah, like Sibagaygi, you like some of this. I think Shell moved away from the pesticides because it was too controversial.
Okay.
So Bayer's still there.
Bayer's still there?
Yeah.
Oh. We use Shell to kill the pests on our dogs. Di ba may Shell guard yung para sa aso?
It's the illusion of control. You know this...
it's the illusion of control because in the end, have they ever experimented vis-a-vis one that uses natural, like a 3-hectare place that uses just natural and 3 hectares?
Yeah, the scientific evidence is in. People just ignore them. This has been done, heavy-duty with scientific research has shown the last 30 years.
How, Mr. Perlas, did you get them to ban this? Because of your research?
Yes. You know what happened, gang, when it started happening?
What?
we got brown envelopes from the Department of Agriculture, from Erie, and from some other people around the world.
International Rice Research Institute, yeah.
I'm saying brown envelopes, that means to say no name, coming from whistleblowers inside the Department of Agriculture.
And they gave you the info.
They gave us the information, and it was so damaging, and that's how we were able to ban them.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's talk about whistleblowing. Yeah. When a whistleblower gives you a research group information, doesn't identify himself or herself, you only get to verify it, the facts, and you research on it and you verify them, right?
Yes.
So in this case, who said it is irrelevant? Because don't you think a whistleblower could be
planted?
Or mapwede ba yun?
Yeah, that's possible also. But in this case, I checked. And I checked with my global connections.
Do you know the whistleblowers? You still don't know who they are? Or you do, but you're secretive?
No. Today I know who they are.
Oh, really?
And then during the time, I know who they were. And I believe them because of who they were.
Okay.
But they just said, please do not mention my name because I'm inside this institution.
Also. And
yeah. So that's how we did.
Ang exciting ng buhay mo, parang ng James Bond, Nick Perlas, ha? Okay. Pero may mga tanong about, like, let's talk about you on the surveys and concrete plans and how you intend to win these elections, because you're not doing very well in the surveys. And somebody asked Vin, he's actually the lead singer of a band.
Right.
He sent me an SMS saying, in very concrete terms, how do you plan to win?
Okay, I think that I'd like to answer two questions.
Sure.
It's implicit there. First, the survey.
The survey.
And then how we concretely plan to win. I think the surveys at this point are rigged.
Oh, wow. That's loaded.
This is rigged. We have supporters of direct experience of the rigging process. And
what do you mean they were part of the rigging process?
No, they were interviewed, but then what they said was not included in the survey.
I heard that some surveys don't even have your name included in the survey.
Exactly. So this is already a kind of conditioning. Many of the surveys today are, for me, highly questionable. Because they say it's just these three guys? Yes. Who is it? Manny Villar, Noynoy, Aquino? And Arap, or and maybe Gibo, something. But the key is that it's a form of mental spinning of the news. In a sense, hence you have people who react like me and saying, oh, if I vote Perlas, I just donated to Manny Villar. Exactly. Oh. You know, the reason why I don't believe like these guys, because I know we have several millions of supporters. And in fact, I've been saying that and people didn't believe me. And then this recent Pulse Asia survey said that I had 4% trust rating. Oh, really? Right? So what that means to say, if you multiply that by 50 million, at 4% is over 2 million. Okay. I've been saying that before, but even that I'm not satisfied is an accurate figure. So this is where you say this with a straight face. You really believe this? Because of course people who just see the what do you call it? Just a 101 picture of things will say, no way, layo mo na. Parang just give up or support another candidate. If I didn't know the kind of support we're having on the ground, I would have gone a long time ago. I hear you. I've also gone to barangays in Iloilo, Cebu, and here in NCR. There's around an 80% awareness of my candidacy. Hey, I have a question. Yeah, which reporter was sent to your kick-off party? You remember? That's how we're rating surveys in our head. By which reporter did the network send to this guy's kick-off party? Launch party. You know, the mainstream media got confused. You know, that's such a telling line. I think it can hold every day. The mainstream media is confused. No, it got confused in our case because we decided to launch in Cebu, not in NCR. Oh, okay. Okay. So you're doing the GMA route. She went through Cebu too. That's a different route. I know. I figured, but I didn't say anything else. No, but we launched in Cebu to send a strong signal that the real progress of this country will have to be countryside progress. We wanted to send that message. And also a message of resistance to traditional politics. That's the place of Lapu-Lapu. Resisting kind of invader. We now have to resist traditional politicians. We have it in us to resist this kind of oppression.
might
in us.
I'm sure they're thinking it is useless to resist us.
Oh, no.